Hello, everyone. How you doing? I am looking worse for the wear, my friends, after days and days of moving and unpacking and cleaning. Thank you for joining me tonight. I am in a temporary location until I move into my place, but it's all good. The move out went well, and just arranging everything, and had a little help from a couple awesome neighbors and a good friend, and just just amazing. But I picked a heck of a week to move. Um, so much going on with this war and with Trump doing his thing. So I might be a little wobbly because I have my thing set up a little higher so that I can see. But um, unshowered, unshaven, and because today was a day of just decompression and rest And but I wanted to come to you and do this. Thank you for the happy birthday wishes. I just want to get to the chat, see everybody, Velma. But before I do, I'm gonna put a link in, okay? And I want to tell you about my idea for the show. I want to do this more frequently because I see your comments, but I want to hear directly from you, and have a conversation. And so, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the comments a link. And when I do that, all you have to do, you don't have to be on video. If you want to, you can, but it's not necessary. And I may not even do the video. So, you picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. Solemn Journey. That's great. Yeah, I left you this week, my friends, but I left you in good hands because I left you in the hands of your critical thinking brain, your mind, yeah, which it's all good. Thank you. Thank you, Jingo. I appreciate that. Thank you for all the happy birthday wishes, Susan and Ren. And yeah, so I have to move twice, but it's all good. It's very close proximity, and I went into it knowing that, so it's all good. And same landlord, and so who's a friend, so all good, all good. Thank you, Susan, for that. We're great. It's wonderful to see your awesome smile. Thank you, Peggy. I appreciate that. I'm gonna get a little fun. I'm gonna have a little fun tonight, my friends. The load of the weight of not just the move, but also everything that's happening in the world. And you guys might be bringing me up to speed on some stuff because I have been out of the loop. Wendy, good to see you. So this is so anyway, let me drop this link. Let me tell you about this link. When you click on this link, and I'd love to have a chat with some of you. I really do, and I'm looking forward to. Hopefully, this goes well, and we can do more of it. But let me just drop the link, and what you're going to have to do is, I think it goes into StreamYard. So I think what you have to do is you have to go to. I'm going to drop it in Rumble, then I'm going to drop it in YouTube, and you just have to log in through your Facebook or your YouTube app, and then you'll show up in the studio. And you won't show up right away. I'll see you down at the bottom, and then I can pull you up into the studio, and then we can have a chat. You can just have your name. You can have your image of a whatever icon you use. Like the one I do here. You can have something like that. But the main thing is I want to hear your voice, and I want to hear how you're doing and what's happening. Thank you, Pat. I appreciate you. Thinking about all of the questions you'll be asked about tonight, Dave. Yeah, I'm looking forward to answering any questions you have, hearing any comments. Yeah. I hope you had a great birthday and recovered from your move. Thank you, Phil. I had a wonderful. My birthday was basically working like a slave. And then my daughter, my ex, came and helped me with cleaning, and then we had a little ice cream and a little cake. They brought. I already had food, Thai, and then they brought cake and ice cream and had a little celebration. I was exhausted. I'm still exhausted, but I'm excited. I'm invigorated by being with my other family. And I said this to Pete yesterday. I was hoping to come live last night and I couldn't. Just got my internet set up, hours ago. And, but yeah, so spent the birthday with my family, wanting to spend my birthday with my other family. So thank you, Teresa. Woohoo countdown, Velma. Yeah. So Pete's here. Moonbeam is here. Pete, we got some rafters for you in this temporary spot for you to hang from, upside down. Yeah. So yeah, the first official show in the new improved Sned shed. So, Wendy, my apologies. This is not quite the Sned shed that I had in mind for you. That I will be creating. I'll be creating a much warmer space than the corner of a living room, but also hoping to do some stuff outside. So, Deanna, thank you. Um, let's see. Deb, hello, yeah, happy birthday, Dave. Hello, everyone. Glad to be with you on this new Sned Shed this evening. Yeah, happy birthday, buddy. Have fun, be safe, and always be blessed. My brother Stu, Dallas, Texas. Thank you, Stu. I appreciate that. Yeah, and happy Saturday, one and all, from Jan. Very cool. Edward, warm greetings from sunny Arizona, friends and family. Jan, thank you for that. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Head Sned. Hope you'd have a great day. Read my lips. Happy birthday, Dave. Much appreciation for all you do. Thank you so much. And folks, if you appreciate what I do and want to continue this journey with me, I would ask that let's get a little birthday thing going if you're up for it. And that will be my direct birthday gifts if you would like to support what I do here and celebrate with me. And so I'll leave that up here for a little bit. Let me go to our first caller, and this is the Solemn Journey. Solemn Journey, welcome. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine, Dave. Can you hear me?
I can perfectly well. Thanks for calling
Awesome. Heck yeah.
First one, man. First one.
Wow. Well, hey, you always remember your first.
That's right, my friend. And well, first, tell me about the Solemn Journey. I love that. I love that title. And by the way, cheers to you. I have a little Modelo here with me. So cheers. A little birthday sip.
Right on. Thank you. Yeah, and happy birthday on Pi Day. Man, that's gotta be easy to remember. I'm awful with this, but this one
On
should
what
stick.
day? On what day?
Pi Day. Pi Day.
Is today Pi Day?
It is.
Oh, that's hilarious. So my birthday is actually 3/11.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, but I haven't been able to be with you all. So I wanted to do a birthday show within my birthday week. So
dig it.
Yeah. So what do you got to say, man? What's going on? How you doing?
Yeah. Every day is paradise, because paradise is a state of mind. So no matter what state you're in, just vibing it. Just surfing the waves. And there's some big swells, man. That's for sure.
Yeah, there's some big swells, is right. And how did you come by me, and how long you've been with me, and how tell us a little bit.
It goes
about
way
you.
back. Way back. I've actually been with you, Dave, since before January 6th.
Okay.
And yeah, so I mean, I had my third eye open that super full moon of 2016, and I stumbled upon you probably within the 3 years after, leading up to 2019, and then all the events that happened after that. I was actually in DC. I think we were meeting at the Washington Monument, and I never made it there because it was just too thick. So I just kind of parked. I parked over by the trees that were full of people, and the one porta potty I think they had running at the time down there at the ellipse. So
Yeah, yeah. There were a bunch inside the, where you had to be scanned and everything, right? There were a
hmm
bunch in there, but outside of that, there weren't a lot, were there? I mean, a lot
no,
of
yeah,
there were a lot of people. Holy cow! So you were there, but we never connected.
yeah. I tried to, I was there all by myself. Actually, I hooked up with a Patriot and a Son on the metro down, and that was a whole nother experience. And then I would just kind of found a spot and yeah, and just kind of hung, and I had line of sight and it had good acoustics, so I just kind of soaked in that legendary speech.
That was amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah,
And what a
it
thing to
was
say
great.
that we were there, right? Pretty cool.
And say it proudly,
Yeah,
because yeah, I mean, as many people that were actually there, and I mean, did we get an estimate? I mean, I've never seen a couple million people one place, but it felt like it.
yeah. That's a great question. Like, did we ever get an actual estimate? Because there were so many people, and how many people? I'm gonna ask Grok, see what they say. We're
Right
at
on.
J6 because I think that would be good enough because there were so many. It's kind of like they don't like talking about the crowds, like they made fun of Trump about his inauguration, saying it was bigger than Obama's, and meanwhile it was. Um, so let me see. Uh, Approximately 53,000 people attended Trump's speech. No, there was more than that.
Yeah, it seems a bit low.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so they're dumbing it down. They're
Yeah.
still caught up in the bad stuff that we were all about. And did you go up to the Capitol after the speech?
I did. Actually, I was one of the first wave to kind of head over,
Okay.
and uh, and I'll just kind of go out. I'll just kind of describe for those folks who weren't there. But there was like a cold wind that was kind of blowing in. What had nothing to do with the weather. If you remember that, walking down, it was festive. It was great. I mean, a lot
Yeah,
of people when you kind of give testimony, it's like, well, what was it like? I was like, it was beautiful to see so many awesome Americans supporting their president,
it
and
was amazing.
it was beautiful.
And the people were amazing, right? Like just you and I didn't talk to one person that didn't know who Q was, by the way. I was so
Right
impressed.
on.
I was like, wow. I mean, this is like an awake. And I of course ran into some people that knew me, and that's always amazing. Um and but yeah, the energy was so fantastic that you realize after did you see my show that night? Do you remember? I think I fell asleep in the on the toilet that night or something.
Oh, did you?
I
Picture
did.
it, Sicily, 1926.
Yeah, I wasn't on camera when that happened, but I think I went, took a break and I fell asleep and they had to wake me up. But
That's
but I
good.
did a show from the hotel. But what happened
That's
was
awesome.
yeah, so I said, that it was such an amazing experience and the energy of it was so incredible. They had to spoil it, right? They had to do something to get in the way of what we were doing there. And by the way, Save America, that's what we were doing. And what are they trying to pass now? Save America Act. But
Yep.
we were there early saying we got to save our country, and we know that the elections are rigged.
And we've come so far. I mean,
Yeah,
and I got to say, I'm honored to have been a part of your journey since almost its inception. It feels like, at least, when it came to the COVID-19, election fraud 2020, vision. So, and just to be able
right.
to see having been awakened a little bit earlier by God to be able to bear witness, and having a lot of gratitude for that, as much as a struggle as that's been at times, it's
Right.
been an honor to be able to stand shoulder to shoulder with amazing patriots like yourself, Dave, and to be able to
Thank
kind of give that hand.
Well, thank you, man. This and I got to say too that I get such a connection and energy from you all in chat and support, donations, letters, all these things. But this is something I want to do more of, and that is like talking directly with you, like and hearing stories and just having conversation. And I want to do more of that. So thank you for sharing that. That's it has been a journey. Um, and are you how are you feeling? How are you doing through all this? You said, you're in a state of paradise because it's in your mind. What is something that you're doing that's helping you get through this solemn journey?
Really, I mean, I can't understate faith. I mean, if you didn't have it before, then hopefully you picked it up somewhere along the way, and
Right.
and then you built upon it and you've made it stronger. And I think that's anytime you wind up feeling like you're alone in the dark, that's usually when Christ comes to you and lights a candle, that and says, "Hey, I've been here the whole time. I've been just waiting for you to recognize me."
Yeah. 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 Kind of like we're in this ring, of this wrestling ring, and we're getting the shit kicked out of us, and there's God right
Mhm.
there waiting for us to tap him in, and we're not
Yep,
half the time we don't even reach out for him.
that's so true. I mean, and usually it's only in our darkest moments, and maybe that's what it starts, because we have to, kill that ego, and that's a hard process. And we can go along thinking that we got all this strength on our own, but he'll let us shoulder us until we can't anymore, and then he's like, well, you're ready to like you said, you're ready to tag me in. And once you do, and then make that part of your daily affirmation every single time you wake up. And it was so trippy to see it in The Chosen, when you have, you know when they start broadcasting The Chosen, and just to see the routine. You get up and you praise God for opening your eyes and giving you another day in life, and you just incorporate that, and it becomes its own breath work. And breath work goes hand in hand with that. So
Yeah. So what is you're doing your breath work, your prayer, you're just kind
Mhm.
of handing it over. Is that
Yeah, 100%.
yeah.
One of the things, and you'll see this time and time again, in the crisis that's happening with the church right now. um, any institute of man built for God, essentially a box that, for God to come into, if you don't leave room for God, all these rules, you can't show up. So, you got to do the same thing in your life, make room and just let him work. And when you do, and actually really commit to just being a disciple of Christ, that's when the magic happens. He takes you on the wildest trip you can ever imagine, to meet some amazing people and do amazing things together. And it's wild. I mean, I could spend all day, and maybe a couple shows talking about it, because it's been an amazing 10 years, that's for sure.
Do you have family? What's your other strength that keeps you going?
Family is huge. Yeah, that's, the bedrock. That's where you come back to your home. But faith above all. I mean, God, family, country for me, that's at least my priorities. So, and yeah, so I've got, wife and kids. God has blessed me with some amazing kids. So, and every day, thank you, Father, for having some amazing kids.
That's so huge. That's why we're doing it, right?
Right on. That's it. I mean, And it's the generations that we're creating here. I keep telling people, these Trump birth bonds, all the kids that are born in 2026, they will not have a living memory of war.
Okay, Jasper.
I tell people that.
Sorry, Jasper just grabbed his noisiest
Squeaky toy.
squeaky toy. Here, buddy. Here, this one. You love this one. It's quiet. Yeah, you love this one. Go get it. He's not buying it. He's not buying it. He's smarter than the average dog. I tell you, go get it.
Yeah.
He's kind of been trying to figure out what the heck's going on with everything we're doing.
Yeah.
But he gets it. Like, he's definitely, like, tapping into understanding now. Like, there was a kind of a nervousness, and then towards the end, I definitely saw, like, an understanding. He's like, he gets what's going on. So it was very interesting. But anyway, sorry for the interruption.
No, that's just that to me. I stopped believing in coincidence years ago. You could say that's in a way God showing up. I mean, there's no a timely distraction, right? That's just the Spirit working and moving. Maybe I wasn't supposed to say what I was supposed to say and say something else, and that's fine. I just roll with it. Just
Right.
take my board and turn the nose a little bit,
Spoken like a surfer.
Yeah. only like silver surfer. You put me in the ocean there, man. I'll doggy paddle on the board, but I will learn. That's just
Right.
a matter of time.
That's awesome. Yeah. So, well, thank you, brother, for calling in. Is there anything else you want to say? We can do more of this in the future.
I dig it. I mean, this makes it real, Granted, you have always had one of the most real shows out there, and that's why, I stick with you. I may not have always had time. You get busy with life and distractions and all that kind of fun stuff, but thank you for making time and space for me. I appreciate that.
You're welcome, man. And thanks for being my first.
Hey, I feel special.
This has been a solemn journey, and but it's what a journey that we're on.
What a journey. Yeah, all of us together. And that's the most important thing. We're all in it together.
Yep. Yep. All right, my friend. We'll do it again. Okay. Thanks for
Sounds
being.
good.
Okay. All the best, man.
Right on. You too. And happy belated.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you. All right. Take care.
Welcome.
All right, my friends. That was the Solemn Journey. Thank you. And now, Nita. Nita, are you there? Nita Bellsworth?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Yes. Hi, Bellsmith. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I go by Nita Bills on your chat. It doesn't spell out my whole name because it's too damn long.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, Nita Bells. How are you?
Yeah, I'm great. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much, and thanks for being here.
Yeah, I've been with you for a long time, way before COVID. Back with Todd and Cindy, and I think even one night they got on a discussion of I was getting ready to go through a divorce after 25 years because he decided I was in a cult by following you.
Oh, geez.
And yeah, it was crazy times.
Responsible for your divorce, huh?
I guess you were, but that's okay.
Well,
I don't miss a show.
You're welcome.
I never miss a show. It was the best thing that could have happened to me. So
is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I don't know. I've got so many questions, but then when I got on, it's like actually talking to him after I watch him all the time on the TV, and then my mind goes totally blank. But I have a family that is very asleep, and it's like it doesn't matter what I say to them. They just look at me like I'm crazy. But I keep thinking the Mockingbird media has got to change the way they give out the information because they believe everything that they say to them. And it's just like, how do you think that's going to change eventually with the Mockingbird media. I mean, because it seems like people hate Trump even more than they used to.
You know, it's a great question, and as you know, I've said many times, you know, the indoctrination, right? Like it's if we can awaken people to the indoctrination, then and get them to understand that what people are telling you, it's kind of like when if you've ever traveled and you get off the plane and you go to the curb excuse me, and you either get a taxi or you're catching a bus, but you got some guy that comes up to you and says, "Oh, I'll take you to all the best places. I'll take you where you need to go," right? And go with that guy. Well, where's he taking you? Is he taking you to the best places? No, he's going to take you to his friend's, hotel that's giving him a kickback. He's going to take you to his friend's bar that's giving him a kickback. He's going to hook you up with drugs if he has a connection that he's getting a hook. And it's all dialed in. He's already knows exactly where he's going to take you. And that's the mainstream media.
Right.
And we're not getting the best information. We're not getting the best food. We're being directed in a false path. And so I think with the fake news that President Trump has been so adamant about pointing out is that the reason why they're still there and still in the press corps and all that is so that he can expose them, because people need to understand that they're not getting the information. And the term, it's always darkest before the dawn. I think that Trump hatred is going to be darkest before the awakening for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it just blows my mind, though, some of the stuff that they just keep believing, and you tell them stuff and you show them stuff and they just look at you like, well, I don't know where you get your information, but it's like, well, do some research yourself.
Yeah.
Follow the right people and get off of the mainstream media, because it's crazy. I actually turned it on and listened to it, and it's like, no wonder they think the way they do.
Yeah. Well, for example, the election stuff that's coming out, it's like, well, the media told us that, it was the safest election ever,
Yeah.
and we get all these different, and people are starting to slowly see that, and so when that's going to happen, I believe, is when Tulsi Gabbard, to answer your question from earlier, I kind of went off on a tangent, but that Tulsi Gabbard, when she comes out with the evidence on the Mockingbird media that she mentioned this past summer, that to me is going to be, especially when we see the Epstein files more and more is revealed about who and where and what. And then people are going to see that the CIA has been covering this all up by using the mainstream media. And I think that will be one of our greatest awakenings at that time.
Right.
Time wise, I think it's going to happen this year. Just a guess, I don't know anything, but, yeah. So, where are you located, and do you have any friends? Do you have any family that are starting to come around at all?
I have 6 children. My 2 girls are very liberal. And my 4 boys, they kind of listen to me a little bit and they kind of play around with it. I think they do believe me, but they kind of make a game out of it. And then I've got 8 brothers and sisters that I actually went to England in August and September this year with my other 3 sisters. And oh my gosh, talk about sleeping people. And it was actually when Trump went over to England for some reason, but they didn't make him public. So they go, well, I'm sure you'd want to go see him if he was public. And I said, absolutely. But that didn't happen. I was hoping to, but he was in England the same time I was. So that was kind of neat. But I'm actually glad we're back home after all the stuff that's going on over there now, because it's like, it's scary stuff going on. Really
And
scary stuff.
were you seeing that when you were there, or just seeing the news about it?
No, I actually could see it happening. And I would say something and they go, no, 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 it's okay. There, that's not really happening. It's like, it's right in front of your face.
Mm.
I don't know. It was just crazy. I was there for 6 weeks, but it was probably 2 or 3 weeks after I got home and they started arresting people and putting them in jail for things they posted on media. And it's like,
Yeah, it's remarkable what's going. I mean, it's like what was that thing I showed the other night about um, Russia, communist Russia versus current UK.
yes,
The arrests for freedom of speech.
yeah.
It's
My sister is actually I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
no.
She's actually given up her US citizenship and becoming British. And that just floors me.
What's her justification for that? Trump.
Trump is one of the biggest, yes, but the taxes every year, that all the forms that she has to fill out, and then they want her husband's income, and they're both retired right now, but they've got some money. And it's just a big confusion and a big ordeal every year. So she said she's tired of it. So she's kind of in the midst of trying to get that accomplished, but she did get her British citizenship. So she's actually dual right now, but she wants to give up her US citizenship completely. And it's like, well, it's your decision, but I hope you don't.
So is
So I
it
don't know.
more of a business and financial decision then, not political, or do you think that's a big part of it?
I think it's more political than anything, to be honest.
Yeah,
I really do.
it's kind of like so many of those people. I really don't have many conversations with those who aren't awake anymore, just because life is too short.
Right.
And I do the show, so I hope to awaken people, through the show and the work that I do here. So I don't really want to get bogged down in private conversations, but every once in a while, if like I had a woman say to me, can't figure out if you're Trump or not Trump, and I'm like, oh, I'm Trump. It's like, really? I said, yeah. When you realize he's saving the world, you get behind him, and I'll just drop something like that, just move on,
Right.
and but not get caught up in the back and forth, because we are still up against the mainstream media. And so, the people that are calling out Trump bad, bad, bad is all the mainstream media. Bad, 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 bad. And
Yep.
So many of us are focused on those people that have been edified in their positions of credibility in the mainstream media. And then, but after a while, they're all saying the same thing. And we look back and we look at the results of this man. Then we look back and say, well, could this be intentional? And I think that's the connection that people are starting to make,
Yeah.
because they see that he's doing good things, stopping wars. All the people that were, against the war hawks, they should be all over it. But of course, now we're going into Iran, but that's to stop future wars, in my opinion, and also to expose the election fraud. But I think that the putting so many of the things that he's doing that are benefiting us, and still many people haven't benefited because the economic turnaround is going to take a little bit. But then they're just going to look at the people that were decrying him and say, well, why were they doing that? He's already made a fool out of all the economists that said that he was going to, fail with the tariffs.
Well, I think it's his bedside manners that most people don't like. Well, I don't like the way he talks. He doesn't talk presidential. It's like he tells you what everybody else is thinking, to be honest. Right. And I like that about him. He's not going to bullshit you like all those other politicians. So I don't know. But I look forward to your shows every time you're on. And when you're not, I get kind of depressed because I don't have a lot of people to talk to. So it's like, I can't wait till he gets on again. And I do some of the research and stuff myself, but I'm not very good like you are. And I don't pick up on the comms until after you say something. It's like, oh yeah, I do notice that. So I just love every bit of it. I wish they were still all-nighters like they used to be, because I'm a night owl.
Is that right? So you were through us with us through all that.
Oh yeah, and I loved every minute of it. Absolutely. But once in a while, though, I think I did tell you your voice. When you don't put your face on, and it's just voice, I go to sleep because your voice is just so soothing. And a couple times I've had some people over that I had to actually turn the TV down so they weren't saying, "Who are you listening to? What are you talking about?" And it's like, I'm done with you. I'm in my own little corner, in my own little world.
Oh, I love it.
But I absolutely love your show. I absolutely love it.
Thank you, Nita. I'm doing it for you. Just so you know. Like I'm picturing you and kind of huddled in your corner and kind of being alone at the barbecue, if you will.
Yes.
And of somebody that gets it and understands what's going on, and everybody else is in, like, what's this, what's that, all that's nonsense. But we get it. Like, why? Because we're engaging our minds in critical thinking. I mean, it's just like, let's look at this thing and let's be critical about it. That's all.
Yeah. And I love that part of it. My oldest son, he'll come in and he'll say, "So what's going on now?" He said, and I'll say, "Did you notice the color tie he had on today? Or did you notice there? Did you notice that?" And he goes, "Nope, I didn't get to see it." And he says, "Send me the video." So, some of them are coming around, but again, it's like, okay, well, he's only got 4 years that we know of. We hope it's going to be longer. And what's the plan when he's not in the picture? It's like, I don't want all of it to just get tore up by whatever is going to happen later, because we don't really know what's going to happen.
I think I don't know what's going to happen, but I've got to say, I think that it's going to last. It's got to, and that's why we've been put through the ringer.
Yes.
We've been put through the ringer. We've had to experience it, all this bad things, all these bad things. And so we'll not let it go back. That's where we need to get, because in the past we've got a Democrat, then we've got a Republican, et cetera, et cetera.
Yes.
Nita, thank you for calling.
Well, thanks for doing this. This was just awesome. It's like, do I do it? No, don't do it. You're silly. And it's like, no, I'm going to call.
I'm so glad you did. Of course, I know you. You've been in this Sned shed for many years, and I'm so delighted to finally connect with you like this. So, thank you.
I kept waiting for you to come a little closer. I'm from Missouri. I'm in the good old Hannibal, Missouri, in Mark Twain country.
Sure. Yeah. One of my biggest games in high school was against Quincy.
Really? That's only
Yeah.
20 minutes away from me.
Yeah, and that was back when they were #1 in the country.
Yeah,
And
that's awesome.
yeah, and I played a good game against them, and I started being recruited after that. So that was that was a big thing back in the day. Yeah. So
Great.
yeah,
Well,
you're up there, good God's country up there. That's pretty
yeah,
good.
I am. Well, thank you so much for taking our calls. This
You're
is
welcome.
awesome.
I'm so glad to have been able to talk with you. So thanks for calling.
And God
All right.
bless you for everything you do.
Thank you. God bless you too.
All
Thanks.
right. Bye, Dave.
Bye-bye. All right, my friends. That was beautiful, Nita. Thank you, Nita. Next up on the line is my man Matt Trucker.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Uh-oh.
Up on the line is my man Matt Trucker.
Hey, Dave.
Okay. Yeah,
How you doing, Dave? Why can't I hear you on my end?
It's my man Matt Trucker.
Hey, Dave.
So you got to turn down, I think, your feed from me, and then you should be able to hear. Can you hear me okay? And next up
I
is
feel like Sir Oliver. My microphone's not working.
yeah, right. Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me?
Next up, I feel like Sir Oliver. My microphone's not working.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me?
Next up, I feel like Sir Oliver. My microphone's not.
You got to turn that down off.
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. I hear you, but I don't know why I can't hear you on my phone. I'm watching you on my smart TV, but I'm trying to talk to you through my device.
Okay,
And for
so if
some
you
reason,
turn,
I can't hear anything.
all right, can you turn off your smart TV and just do it on the device? Are you hearing me now? Can you turn off your smart TV and just do it on the device? Are you hearing me now? Hey, Matt.
Yeah, I have my smart TV muted because it's
But
like
what
an
my
echo when I turn that on. Dang
okay.
it. I've never done this before, so.
Why don't you work on it and hit me back, and I'll go to the next
I'll
caller, and
just
I'll bring.
talk real quick. I just want to wish you a happy birthday.
Thank you.
And I've been following you for years, man. I'm a truck driver, so you have helped me drive probably 100, 200,000 miles. I'm just
Right.
listening as I'm driving. And, I just wanted to say thank you for everything that you do. You're a one-man show, and, I can only imagine all the work that you do that you put into the show. And it's just so selfless, all the information that you provide to us and all of your listeners over the years, man. It's really helped me to understand what's going on in the world that we live in. And it's helping to awaken me over the years. And, you know, I just really appreciate everything that you do.
Well, thank you, Matt. I really appreciate you, and I've
So
seen.
that's going to be it for me, since I can't figure out how to turn my microphone on so I can hear you. So
We'll do it again,
I'll
my
listen in
friend.
the background.
Okay. Much love, pal. Much love. Thank you. Next up is Gusto. Oh, look at the gear, Gusto. What's happening?
Hey, Sned, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yes. I'm on the handheld device. So
Okay, you're coming through loud and clear.
excellent. Well, I'm so glad you're back. I know moving is hard.
Oh.
I mean, heck, you've moved from California to Texas and further into Texas, and
Yeah.
The reason I called is because I'm a card carrying member of the Sned Shed, and my wife and I started listening to you. I want to say either right before COVID or right after COVID, and she had pulled you up on Facebook before they canceled you, of course. And I don't know how many times, but
Which time? Yeah, it's been about 5 accounts, I think, on Facebook.
Yeah. and we're in Texas, and we appreciate your input, and we started it. I want to say probably in 20.
I lost your audio for a second. Gusto, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I lost you. You said we found you, and
Oh, we found you, and then have just been listening ever since, and it's I don't want to say put too much on you, but it's a it's a gift you have, and it's a blessing to all of us. And I've been awake for many years. I told you before that I was nearly sacrificed in a satanic, in a satanic gang down in Mexico years and years ago, 1989, and God intervened and got me out of the situation that I was in, and He put me on a path to guide me, and gave me a beautiful Christian wife, and we have 2 kids, and it's been, I've been aware of it, but yet I remember thinking that I was changing the world voting for Bush instead of Gore. And not until the Orange Man won in 2016 did I really, realize something else is going on, something new, something different, and it it's showing itself, and we're living in the days that people have prophesied about and dreamed about, and we're seeing it firsthand. And it's really, I just want to give you credit because back in 21 and 22, when we were watching all the flaming rainbowers in every position in office just degrade our society left and right, you gave us hope, and we all needed that.
thank you for that, Gusto. That and for your wife, thank as well for finding me, and for you guys just tapping in and turning on, because it's been such a journey, and the reason that I was inspired to do it was to help people, so that they wouldn't go through it alone, like I felt I was doing, and that was a really difficult time for me. So if there's anything, and I just talked to a friend the other day. He was a little down. He's like, nobody's hanging, man. They should all be hanging.
Right.
I said, listen, bro, I get you. But it's just it takes time, and it can't be on our timetable. But it's happening because we're awake, and look at all this stuff that's happening. And he just needed a little pick me up. He just needed a little reminder, like, stay the course, bro. We got this. And I felt that's been the case all along. And that keeps us moving forward. It keeps us, just keeping our head up. And I think that's so important. And so I'm glad that I've had that effect on you. And I'm so glad that you called in and shared that. And I'm grateful to you as well for, just your situation. Did you want to share anything about the satanic? You kind of brushed past that, but did you want to talk about that at all?
It was it. I mean, you can probably look up the story still. It happened in Matamoros, Mexico, 1989. which is like spring breakers, spring breakers going wild every spring there. And I actually had driven down there with two girls, went down there. We got a hotel, and they basically left me and abandoned me. And I ran into some other girls, 4 girls, and they wanted to go to Mexico, and I spoke a little Spanish, and we went over there, drinking and partying and living what you think is the good life. And it wasn't. It was just debauchery. And while we were walking back, a van pulled up, and 5 or 6 Mexican nationals jumped out of the van and surrounded me. And I was separated from the group that I was with, the girls that I was with. And at the time, I knew it was demonic. It was a power that was, yes, I had been drinking, but I knew immediately something was up. And they came up to me and were trying to make me sell me weed or something. And but when that happens, people aren't supposed to surround you. And one of the girls that I was with saw what was going on, and she screamed my name and ran. And suddenly they all jumped in the van and went down the road. And I was in shock. I could feel the evil. I knew what was going on, but I didn't really understand what was happening at the time. The girls took me back into Texas, and it was like the week that happened, there were news reports that a student at the University of Texas had been kidnapped in Matamoros, and they didn't know where he was. And the parents were down there. I saw flyers for the guy.
Mark Kilroy.
Mark Kilroy, yes.
Do you know that this is the anniversary of that happening, March 14th?
That's not surprising, knowing what God did for me back then. And anyway, I don't know that I can go into all the details, but I was stuck with these 4 girls that I met on the beach, and I had no way of getting back home where I had lived. And I went home with them, and they basically said, we're in high school. You can't come home with us, And they dropped me off in a hotel, and it was Easter weekend. And I called my mother, who at the time lived in the DFW area, and she, she's like, "You've been missing for a week. What has been going on? Where are you?" And I told her that I was in DFW. I didn't tell her the town I was in. And she said, "Oh, that's great. I want to take you to church at a church in Rockwall." And literally, I was in a hotel in Rockwall staring at the church she was wanted to take me to. What are the chances? How many coincidences, like Q says, until you understand there's other things happening. And she picked me up Sunday morning for Easter, and I got right. I said, "Lord, I'll do whatever you want me to do. Just get me out of the life that I was in." And he did that. And I've
So
been.
This was at a time that that you could have been Mark Kilroy.
That's it. And the part that I didn't know how to get into was after we saw the news about Mark Kilroy, about 3 or 4 weeks went by, and suddenly I turn on the news and the FBI is involved with the Mexican police, the federales, and they have found in Matamoros like 28 bodies that were all
Wow.
cut, killed, dismembered, you name it. And one of them was Mark Kilroy. And as I'm watching this, they arrested like 4 or 5 guys, and they brought them out on this balcony in Matamoros, and every one of them was one of the guys that surrounded me on the street in Matamoros that came out of the van.
Wow. So Kilroy was kidnapped by members of a drug trafficking cult led by Adolfo Constanzo, practitioner of twisted form of Palo Mayombe, mixed with occult rituals often sensationalized as satanic. The cult believed human sacrifices would grant them protection from law enforcement in their drug operations.
Yeah.
After a month-long search involving U.S. and Mexican authorities, Kilroy's body, along with 14 to 15 others, was discovered on April 11, 1989, at Rancho Santa Elena outside Matamoros. Victims had been tortured, mutilated, and ritually killed. Kilroy's brain was reportedly boiled as part of a ritual. God. That's unbelievable. And you saw... Yeah.
I saw the guys on the roof in chains, handcuffs, and I immediately called one of the girls in North Texas, and I asked her mother, "Can I talk to her?" And she said, "Is this Wesley? Why are you calling?" I said, "I need to tell her what's on the news." She said to me, she saw it and she's in her room screaming and crying right now because she recognized them as well.
Wow.
And it was, you can say, well, what if, or why wasn't it me, or why did it happen to him? We don't know. We don't know day to day the time we have. We just know, listen, love your people, love your family, do what's right, and keep those relationships and live in the now, because you don't know when the time is. And I don't want any naysayers will say I was lucky. I say I had a mother who was praying for me. And I, for such a time as this, we live now, in the here and now. And my family has been through a lot. I just chaotic tragedies on television. I don't even, I'll say I'll share those for another time, because this is the main headbanger, was what kind of got me steered in the right direction. And not long after that, I met my wife at church, and we have been hitting it hard day after day, year after year, step by step. And like everybody else, we have really hard things that we go through. And
Sure.
but we, for instance, we felt like for the last several years, we've been the only ones in our family awakened. And and shunned, and you can't come to Christmas because you're not vaccinated.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what it is. It's been really hard, but we're Moonbeam has one of my pictures that I post on the Snedheads website, coming the light at the end of the tunnel. And most of those photos that I put on there, I'd say all of them, when I say here's a healing photo of the day, it's real photos that I've taken. I'm not scarfing the internet, and it's
Yeah.
real. They're shared with Snedheads only. I don't share them anywhere else. And my memes, on the other hand, I do harvest memes on the internet. So,
Of course. What I'm here's um, what are you on Snedheads?
Wes Gustafson.
Yes, that's what I thought. Okay, so this is one here. I just wanted to take you to it. Who remembers Paint by Numbers? That was hilarious with Hunter and what's his name? Sean Ryan.
Yeah.
There. But this is this is the account you're talking about on Snedheads.
Yeah.
Okay. No tweets in 4 days, usually average 30 to 40 per day. Just noticing the obvious. Who was that?
Well, the reports online now are that Netanyahu got killed,
Right.
or wounded, and there's a photo of him with blood on him and dirt, and like he's being pulled out of a bomb shelter that got hit. And it's been run by a lot of people through the computer systems, and they all report that it's like 98% real photo, not AI.
Oh, it's not AI. Okay.
Right.
What was the one that he had too many fingers or something?
Yeah. Right after the rumors came out, they did a video released by one of the Israeli government websites that it was obviously AI. Some of his teeth were disappearing in the video, and he kept having 6 fingers, so
Yeah.
this was just a little.
This was to show them alive, right? Which
Yeah.
So what do you think? Do you think he's alive or dead?
At this point, I don't know. I'm not hoping. I just I have a discernment, and I feel that the Khazarian mafia is all bad, as we all know. And if he's part of it, he's part of it, and he needs to be dealt with. But
yeah,
maybe he's an actor. I don't think so.
Yeah. So we'll see, right? It's kind of like one of those things where it's going to play out, and it's like I trust the direction we're going, and
Yeah.
I'm getting behind. I'm pushing this cart as hard as I can, but I love the direction we're going, and I think it's going to change the world, and I know it is. What are the odds that you shared that harrowing experience, and today was the anniversary of that?
I mean, Dave, I went to, after that happened, I went to Bible school. I became a nurse. I worked with children. My greatest job that I feel like this direction and this path led me down was to work with children, and I did it for many years in a children's hospital, and I saw the results of the abuse of children firsthand, and at some point I had to stop working there, and not just because of that, but there were other opportunities. And when COVID hit, or was released, or was started, I had left a full-time job that had a lot of seniority, and I signed on with another company, and that was January 1st, 2020.
Okay.
And so I started a new job, a new career in the medical field, and I was in the state of Oklahoma when everything shut down, in a hotel, and all they would service was apples, and you had to put gloves on to pick up the apples in the waiting lobby.
Oh,
It
yeah,
was
I
just so
believe that.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I was without work. I mean, I got laid off. Everybody went through that,
Sure.
and I felt in my heart the election is going to be stolen. And so I became an electoral judge in my county, and I watched everything start to finish. I made sure there was nothing nefarious going on. And yeah, it was just a church. We had 96 people show up in our little district area, and 93 voted for Trump, 2 voted for Biden, and 1 voted for Jorgensen. So, yeah, he won Texas, but from my perspective, there was no contest.
Yeah. Not even close. Well, Gus, thank you, brother, for calling in and being here and sharing your personal story with us. And we'll do it again. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll off the record, I'll tell you where I'm at, and if you're ever in our area, I will. I'd love to fix you some of my famous Texas brisket.
Sounds good, brother. Why don't you message me on Snedheads?
Okay.
All right.
I'll put some pictures of my barbecue pits on
Okay.
Snedheads as well.
Yeah, please do. Please do. All right. My mouth is already watering. All right. All the best to your wife and you. And thanks for joining me on my birthday show. And I'll see you soon.
Excellent. All right. Thank you, Dave. You're awesome.
Brother.
And
you.
we're in it to win it. Let's do it.
I love it. I love it. Thanks, man. Take care. Next up is Matt Trucker's going to get back in the house here. Hopefully he's got his audio down, but I wanted to say, I wanted to give a shout out to Love Red for your $50 birthday donation. Happy birth. Let me go to it real quick. Here we go. Happy birthday, Dave from Love Red. I've been watching you the days before Todd and Cindy. I'm a quiet observer and have fallen to sleep listening to your comforting voice. God bless you. That was a Rumble rant. Thank you, Love Red. I appreciate you. And I also wanted to say special thanks to Dina Gildner for your donation of $50, and Maggie O'Leary for your donation of $17. Thank you so much. Also, um, see our partners from a couple of days ago, which is very odd that I get a donation on days that I am not doing a show. But also on my birthday, I want to say thank you to Kelly Land um, for your $25, Nancy Sutherland for your $61 donation. I wonder what that number means. And my very special dear friend, Moonbeam Diana Trott, for your very generous donation. And if you're okay with me telling that, I will. But if not, I'll just keep it between us. Let me know. And yeah, and from Edward Quinn for my birthday celebration. So thank you all of you for that. And let's bring and please keep them coming if you'd like to support my work and support my birthday. Give me a happy birthday. Please do so. And Matt, you're back in the house, my friend. How you doing?
Hey, Dave, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I figured it out. My iPhone, I had to approve, like, you know how iPhone is. You have to approve everything.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'm glad you figured it out.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to have a conversation with you than me just talking and not trying to
Right.
figure out what your hand gestures there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm over here in Missouri. I know your previous caller said she was from
Yeah.
Missouri. I'm actually parked. I'm on the road. I'm a truck driver. I'm down here in Matthews, Missouri, currently at the truck stop.
So you're driving right now. You're working right now.
Yeah, I'm parked. I'm
Where
parked
you
for the night. But yeah,
are.
I'm at work. I'm basically at work. Yeah.
Um, well, so Moonbeam is up that way too, over closer to. But three Missouris in the house tonight. So
Yeah. I live in Athens, Georgia, and I
okay,
run the route that I run typically is from South Carolina to Laredo, Texas, Dallas, Austin, Waco, Houston, and then
okay.
back up towards Indiana, Ohio, then back down to either Georgia or South Carolina.
Well, you got to let me know when you're down this way, man.
Yeah,
Right.
I think about it. I think about reaching out to you because I pass through Austin quite a bit. Um,
Okay.
so for sure, I'd love to buy you a beer or a coffee or whatever. For
Awesome.
everything that you've done for us and for everybody, and that's the least I can do. I sent you a little birthday gift from
Thank
my
you.
email. It's the iCloud. I don't know if the M
Thank.
Gerd Montero. That's for me.
Well,
Yeah, you're
thank you.
welcome, buddy.
Appreciate that. And cheers to
I,
you. And
uh,
this is a beer that we'll have until that we do the real
oh
deal.
yeah. Oh
Right.
yeah, that's one of my favorites right there, man. But I wanted to bring something up and get
Sure.
your opinion. I don't know if you've talked about it that much on the show in regards to trucking, and I also wanted to bring awareness to the listeners about trucking in general with the illegal immigration and now also human trafficking, child trafficking. I've been in the business for 21 years. That's all I know since I was a teenager. Um, and like I've seen it firsthand. I've seen children being rescued at truck stops, at rest areas. I've seen hordes of illegals coming out of trailers at truck stops, at rest areas,
Wow.
on the side of the road being pulled over. I just want everybody to know like this is not fake. Like this really happens and it's still happening today. It's still going on. Not as much as we all hope, but it's still going on. I go to Laredo, which is a border town. I go down to Brownsville. I a lot of people don't know that Mexican truck drivers are legally allowed to drive all throughout the whole 48 states, all the way to the Canadian border.
I did not
But
know that.
American truck drivers, we are not permitted to cross the border into Mexico.
Really?
Oh, something happened. I can't hear you anymore. What the
That's
hell?
crazy.
What did I do?
You and Oliver, man.
Dave, I don't know what happened. I can't hear you anymore.
I'm going
Dang
to
it.
kick you out. Come back. I'm going to remove him. Kick from studio. And Matt, come on back. And that's what I do with Oliver. I kick him out, and then he comes back in, and hopefully that'll fix the problem. Yeah, and so, excuse me. Just wanted to get those who are donating through the Stripe link. I just wanted to say thank you to L Trench. That is I believe Matt. I believe, yeah, and so thank you, Matt, for your $25 donation. Cindy, Faith, for your $17 donation. Thank you so much, Cindy. Cynthia. Let's see. And Matthew Gerd, I think that might be Matt. Yes, I think that's Matt. And so thank you for those of you who are giving me a gift. This has been here. He's back in. All right, my friend, you back?
Yeah, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yes, perfectly.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some tips from Sir Oliver over there.
Yeah. I don't know if he's the one you want to get tips from, bro. So,
but you know, I just wanted to share. I just wanted to share with everybody that what we hear and what we see from your show and on the news, like it's real. You know what I mean? Like sometimes we get lost and we listen to different podcasts, we watch the news, we scroll X and we go on with our own lives. But like this stuff is real. Like this is really, really going on every single day.
it's and you're seeing it, and
Absolutely.
in your opinion, and by the way, you were telling me about how American truckers can't go into Mexico, but Mexican truckers can come into the U.S.
Yes, correct.
Was that a result of NAFTA?
Yes, sir. From what I believe, that's a result of NAFTA. And the
Okay.
same thing goes for now we can go into Canada and Canadian truck drivers can come into America, but the way the law is written, a Mexican truck can enter the United States. They can deliver a load, say for example, in Austin, Texas, right? What they're supposed to do is they're supposed to immediately pick up a load within a certain radius of their delivery location and go straight back to Mexico, but they don't do that. And the same goes for Canadian truck drivers. Our brothers up there, they come down to U.S., they deliver a load. They're supposed to pick up a load within a certain radius of that delivery and return back to Canada. But I bring up Mexico because of the illegal immigration problem that's been going on for years and it got worse during COVID because of the fake news that there's a truck driver shortage. Now, I've been driving, like I said, 21 years, and I have always heard for my entire career that there's a truck driver shortage. But that's a bunch of BS. There's a shortage of professional, skilled truck drivers, but there is no shortage of truck drivers. Okay. And with the immigration and the illegal immigration during COVID, I'm not sure if Biden was president or Trump was president when this happened, but they gave these asylum seekers a visa, and I don't know which one it is. There's several different types, and they were able to get CDL, what's called a non-domiciled CDL,
Right.
which means that they don't have a residence in this country, but they're giving them
Non-domiciled CDL.
correct. It's called a non-domiciled CDL, and these are the drivers that you're seeing out here that are running families over on the road. They have no regard for your safety, your family, or mine. They can't speak English. They can't read the road signs. Okay, when they're at the shippers and the receivers, they cannot communicate. They use their phone. They use Google Translate to talk with the customers, and it's a chronic problem in this country. And the
Um,
secretary Duffy, he's doing amazing work. I've been following him very closely.
yeah.
Um, but what my biggest concern is in the group of friends that I keep right now and my company that I work for is with this war going on in Iran is terrorism. Possibly using trucks in line with terroristic acts, and that's hasn't made the news that I've seen, but uh, it's on the radar, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. By the way, Moonbeam said I used to do HR for Big Truck Line. Love the American drivers. They are special angels who keep America supplied with everything. Um,
Thank you,
you know,
Moonbeam.
yeah. I mean, dude, you guys, I tell you, you are a rare breed. In you're away from your families. You're out on the road. You're like you're like comedians, but you're nonstop. Can you?
Yeah, it's a lifestyle.
Right? It's definitely a lifestyle. So I'm grateful
Yeah.
to you, and you have to be safe. Did you see, by the way, that um, and this is why this what you just said about possible terrorism is so important. The immigration. Did you see the show I did with you know uh, rest in peace? Uh, the Texas show that I did with Sergeant
Mm.
Petrie. Um,
I didn't hear it. When we hang up or after this show, I'll go back and listen to it.
it
And I'm
was
sorry for your loss about that too, man. I mean, that's terrible.
Thank you, man. That's I'm going to his Memorial Monday. Um,
Okay.
it's but I want to say I think it was the first. Um, let's see, the third. Wait a minute. No. Um, this when was that? Okay, it was this one. If it's happening in Texas, it's happening in your state. Uh, to join us. So this is it here, and part of the thing was that he was big on the CDL and how
Mhm.
they're they're getting these licenses. So there, a lot of the drivers out there are already leaning towards you know Islam and what's happening in
Correct.
Iran and
Mhm.
so do you see that in other drivers? Do you see these foreign drivers like you said where they're using these translators? But do you see
Every day,
every day what
every
percentage
day.
say are out there?
I can't give you a percentage, but I mean, uh, I would say at least a third of truck drivers or illegal non-domiciled CDLs in this country
One
today. I wouldn't be
third
surprised.
One
I would say
third.
I would say, because Dave, I can be at a customer, I could be at a huge distribution center, and every truck that are backed up, getting loaded or unloaded, there could be 40 trucks. Okay, sometimes half of them, they don't speak any English. They come in the office, and there's 10 of us in line in the office, and half of them don't speak English.
Wow.
Okay,
Wow.
they come in, and we know who they are. They're the ones that are wearing flip flops. We call them flip flops. They're wearing Crocs or slides.
Wow.
Which is not safe. That's not professional.
No,
You shouldn't be walking into a customer wearing flip flops.
you don't
You
walk in
know,
onto you don't walk onto an NBA court flip flops.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
come on. And
and they want the world given to them, Dave. That's like I come from a family of immigrants. I'm Cape Verdean. Okay,
oh, cool. Okay.
I'm Portuguese.
Friend of mine married Cape Verdean. She's
Oh,
absolutely gorgeous. They
oh
had
yeah,
5 children, beautiful children. But
yeah,
she and her family are Cape Verdean, so I kind of got into that world a little bit.
yeah. My
Yeah.
my father was he was born in Cabo Verde, and my grandmother, his mother, they moved to Providence, Rhode Island
Yeah.
when he was 8 years old, and I was born in the Boston, Massachusetts area.
Okay.
And
This was in Providence, by the way. It was one of my teammates in
oh
Providence.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They taken over. The Cape Verdeans have taken over Rhode Island.
Right.
But I tell people, most immigrants that are here and doing it the legal way and are proud, you know, we have assimilated, my family has assimilated into the American way. And like, I don't have any problem with immigrants coming here and and getting their CDL, because it changed my life getting my CDL. I didn't go to college. I became a father at a very young age, and getting a CDL, it changed my life. It provided me an income to provide for my family that I would have never been able to do the things that I've been able to do over the years. And the morale of the American truck driver today is at its lowest point since I've been in the industry, 21 years. It's at its lowest
Wow.
point. Okay.
Wow.
There's very few truck drivers, like young people today. They get into the industry because they see it on social media, but they don't stick with it, you know. 'Cause it's very hard, it's very difficult. But the reason is, Dave, is the pay. You know, we do get paid well, but if you look over the last 20-25 years, our salaries have not gone up with the average rate of other comparable to other trades. Okay, it's been very stagnant. And when they allowed all of these illegals to get CDLs, all that did was lower the salaries, lower the owner
Interesting.
operator's ability to make money, because they're think about it, Dave. I used to be an owner operator. I had my own truck. When I found you, was the first year I bought my truck was in 2019. I think that's when I found you.
By the
It was
way,
right
bro,
around.
I know you from way back. I mean, talking about, how you listen to me in your truck. So I want you to know
Yeah.
I so appreciate you. And
Oh yeah. I used to listen to you on Facebook.
yeah.
All your different Facebook accounts, all 26 of them or whatever you had. uh, YouTube is my preference because it's easy for me to just play the video and play it through my truck
Right.
speakers. You know what I'm saying?
So you're glad I'm back on YouTube then, because you can
Yeah,
play.
yeah. I don't,
Nice. Yeah.
it's just and X, but X is good too because there's no ads. But
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm one of the dummies that pays for YouTube Premium, so I don't have to deal with the ads. But hey, it is what it
Well,
is.
either way, here's the thing. like I avoid YouTube Premium, but I still pay
Yes.
YouTube. I still pay YouTube with the ads, right? If I'm
Right.
watching,
Right.
it
Yeah.
really is. It's I'm not I'm not you know uh, I'm not Norma Ray here because I don't pay for YouTube because I still pull up stuff on YouTube and have to
Yeah.
sit. But I listened to YouTube the other night actually when I was cleaning, and I listened to stand up comedy while I was cleaning, and I
Mhm.
listened through the Brave browser, and there were no ads.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so yeah, check that out. So just go on Brave browser, and then it gives you an easy YouTube link on Brave browser too.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
I'll definitely have to check that out.
yeah. By the way, Teresa said she worked in a doctor's office. She's a longtime listener and supporter of the show. She said she worked in the doctor's office and she got a lot of people coming in for their DOT tests, and a lot of them are, you know, can't speak English.
I'm telling you, Dave, it's incredible. Like the problem, it's it's it angers me, like in your career, you have a passion. Trucking is my passion. And most truck drivers that have been doing it as long as me, it's in my blood. My son, he's 16, he plays
Uh-huh.
football in high school. you know, he wants to be a truck driver. I can't get it out of
Oh,
him. Like I'm trying to talk him out of it, but he wants to be a truck driver.
yeah, yeah. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. I'm sorry to interrupt, but this is so
Oh,
key. Um, I played basketball many years, and going through my move this week,
mhm.
I was kind of like, oh my God, my body is just, it was brutal. Like my body today, I slept for, you know, half the day today because it's just been such an ordeal. But a lot of that I attribute to how many years and hours I spent brutalizing my body on the basketball court in the gym.
Mhm.
So I don't want my daughter to play professional basketball. You know what I mean?
Right,
Is that is
right,
that,
right.
is that what you're kind of going through with your son? Like you don't want
Well,
him to be out on the road away from his family? Like tell me about that.
well, the it's not that I don't want him to do it. It's just that I know that the way the industry has gone and the way it's the direction that it's going in, it's you know he can do so much better in life
Okay.
because he has so many other skills. But at the end of the day, if this is what he wants to do, I'm going to support him. Of course. I mean, he rides with me during the summer. We travel the country
Oh,
together. He's
that's
been
cool.
to he's been to almost all 48 states since at the age of 13. I
That's
mean,
very cool.
he can tell you every truck on the road, the year, make, and model. Like he's
Is that right?
he loves trucks. He just loves trucks.
Well,
And
that's a good thing. I mean, right? I mean, I
yeah,
think
yeah,
you can
yeah.
make a really good life out of it, like you did.
Yeah, he can definitely do well for himself.
Now, let me ask you this: do you think that with the self-driving technology, do you think that your industry is limited in its ability to have a career?
So that's an interesting question. And just like in anything else, in trucking, there's different specialties. You have different trailers. You see on the highway, you see the tankers, you see the box trailers, you see the flatbeds, you
Right.
see the car haulers. If you get into a specialized form of freight, then that's not gonna affect you. What the automated trucks are doing is they're just going from hub to hub, like Dallas to Houston, for example, or Atlanta to Savannah, or Atlanta to Birmingham, and they've already started doing that in Georgia. Are you familiar with the truck stop company Pilot Flying J? You know, they're all
Sure.
over.
Sure. Flying
Well,
J.
Berkshire Hathaway purchased Pilot Flying J. I want to say it was like 10 years ago. You know, Warren Buffett's company,
Yeah.
and he is a huge investor in Kodiak, which is one of the autonomous trucking companies.
Okay.
And so we're not a fan of him, the American truck driver. We're not a fan of him. But they use the Pilot truck stop in Villa Rica, Georgia, which is on the west side of Atlanta, and they cut it in half, and half of it is a staging area for the autonomous trucks. And they're going from there to Birmingham, Alabama, and back. And they're doing it right now. You know,
Interesting.
but the thing about it is it just takes one accident, you know, for insurance to shut it down. You know, God forbid, right? I mean,
Well,
but then again,
I guess the
you look.
statistics are with this autonomous driver, especially. By the way, here's something to think about. This just came to me, Matt.
Yeah.
What if handing out all these CDLs like they're candy
Mm-hmm.
without any, was to increase? Because think about this. Think about the increase in accidents that we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody mentioned a truck driver in Haiti just had an accident, or from Haiti, just
Yep.
had an accident, illegal.
Yep.
What if that was to increase the number of deaths by drivers to boost the autonomous driving industry?
I'm sure that's part of it. It wouldn't surprise me because, you know, it's so difficult to make a living if you know, when my grandfather was a truck driver in the 80s and the 90s, you know, it was very easy to go buy a truck. I mean, affordable, not easy. It was affordable. You can get a truck, a trailer, get your what is called your own authority, which is basically the DOT number so you can haul freight, and the
Yeah.
insurance. Well, now the price of a truck is well over $200,000 just for the tractor.
Right.
The trailer is about 30 to 40,000, but that's not the killer. The killer is the insurance, and that's what puts the American truck
Um,
driver out of business is the insurance, and they want to raise the required minimum, which currently is 750,000 to 2 or even 5 million liability.
which is going to raise it even higher.
You know, and
Yeah. I remember living in Cumberland, Rhode Island. My neighbor was an owner operator, and this was back in the 90s. And they were making it more and more difficult to be owner operators because
right.
the big corporations don't want owner operators.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
You
they
know,
want
there's
you to employee. And by the way, Polar Bear Paws says trucking industry will be much better in the future when that young man, your son, can drive. Your son will be one of the best on the road with passion like that.
thank you.
Cool.
Yeah. The thing about it is, Dave, is if you look at the numbers, the average American truck driver today, if they go to a truck driving school, you know, the government has standards in place for the amount of hours they have to be behind the wheel, and then also classroom training. Okay. And they actually just increased it a couple of years ago. It takes about a month to 2 months to get your CDL. Like, and then you also have to ride in the truck with a licensed driver for like a minimum of 50,000 miles. And that could take about 6 months, for example.
Okay.
But these illegals, they're giving them these CDLs, and all of these schools, they weren't, there wasn't any, like the government wasn't checking them. They were just writing down, you know, Hamid Bakhtar got his CDL. He drove his miles. He did his classroom training, and he has a CDL. And he can't even back up the truck straight.
Oh my God.
But the
Unbelievable.
problem is the financial aspect of it. These companies, and most of them are based in Chicago. Most of them are based in Chicago and Minnesota. They're paying these drivers like a quarter of what an American driver would make. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that's how they're able to afford to buy all these trucks and put all these illegals in all these trucks, because they're not paying them any money. And they'll gladly take a load that, and for me to haul it, I would need, from Atlanta to Dallas, I would need like $3,000. And an illegal driver, he'll take it for $1,000. He's happy.
Wow.
And that's what's killing. That's what's killing
Inter-
trucking.
Interesting. See,
Yep.
this is, most of the decisions that are made, Matt, about, what, it doesn't matter whether it's trucking or whatever it is. Mostly there are several layers to it, right? And what I just mentioned about having these illegal drivers, illegal alien drivers that circumvented the situation, and they've been taught how to do that, right? Like, this isn't just like some guy who comes across the border and says, "Hey, let me figure out how to get a CDL so I can, support myself." And no, that's not what's happening. Like, we're not, limiting opportunity. That's already been done. So they can tap in their language into a site that shows them exactly what they need to do to get that license. So
Mm-hmm.
so first of all, increase in accidents. So let's go autonomous, right? Two,
Mm.
you know, increase, decrease the ability that American drivers have to make a living by lowering the cost for these big corporations. Because if you're talking about an illegal driver that can do it for a third of what you can do it for, multiply that by 1,000 drivers,
Right. Right.
the 10,000 drivers, then you're talking about real significant, situation.
Right. Right.
Yeah, yeah. So, brother, thank you for calling in, man. I really enjoyed our conversation, and I look forward to one in person the next time you're through Austin, or maybe sometime.
Oh, absolutely, man.
Yeah,
I missed you when you was in Georgia. Every time you went to Georgia, when you lost, you had the loss of your dad. Sorry for
yeah.
your loss,
Thank
and you were in that. I think, was it? I don't know if I can say the town on here or not, but the city that you were in was just a few minutes from where I used to live. I was like, oh
you.
man, he's real close. Yeah,
Doc,
yeah,
Dr. Chad's place. Dr. Chad hosted me twice,
right, right,
for a
yeah,
Sned Fest there in outside of Atlanta, and
yeah. In
that
Gwinnett,
was
in Gwinnett County, right?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
exactly. Yeah, sorry I
yeah.
missed you there, but I'll
Oh, it's all good. I
I'll
know.
be
I know. I talk a lot, but what I'm so glad I caught you today, because I was so pissed off. Excuse my language.
that's
The
fine.
my homeowners association, the admin on our Facebook group posted a flyer against the Facebook group rules, promoting the No Kings rally in the city that I live in Georgia. That's going
Oh,
on next weekend. I'm like,
oh,
what the heck?
wow. Matt, have you felt like, thank God for things like No Kings rally so that we can see what we're up against? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. And
this
she's a professor at UGA. She's a professor at UGA. You know,
is your hometown,
it's like, oh my gosh.
Athens, right?
Yeah. I stay. That's my hometown. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just something else, man. But Dave, you are the man, and I've been listening to you for years, bro, and like
Thank you.
hundreds of thousands of miles. Like you won't even know, man.
I've been
And
with you the whole time, bro. I've been with you the whole time.
thanks to you, and really, this is thanks to you, sir, that I never got the jab. My kids don't have the jab. My wife doesn't have the jab. My mother doesn't have the jab, and that's thanks to you. That's thanks to you. Because before you, I wasn't asleep, but all the detailed information that you provide, I would have never had. I would have just thought it's the right thing to do. You know.
Thank you, Matt. I appreciate that, and
Yeah. It's thanks to
I'm
you,
honored.
man.
I'm honored to be a part of that, and
My
it, and
wife
it,
lost it. My wife lost a job because she refused it, and she refused to wear the mask. She
God
lost a
bless
job.
her.
But guess what? God is good because now she's a stay-at-home mom.
Awesome, man. Hey, do me a favor. When you get home, would you give her a big hug from me?
Oh,
Um,
absolutely, absolutely.
that'd be awesome, man. That'd be
Yes,
awesome.
sir. I'll let someone else chime in. You have a good
All right.
night, and I'll be listening.
Thank you, Matt. Great to talk with you, man. And we've covered a lot of miles together, have we not?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
and many more to come, my friend.
That's right. That's right.
All right. Thanks, Matt.
All right.
Appreciate you, bro.
As we say in trucking, keep it between the lines, and have a good night.
Keep between the lines. Thank you, bro. All right.
All right.
Have a
All
good
right.
one,
Bye.
man. All right. Take care. See you. Oh, folks, that was awesome. Thank you, Matt. Um, excuse me. By the way, I got my if I can't bring my dog, I'm not going shirt that I got for Christmas a year ago from my family. And I've been taking just so you know. By the way, guys, if you want to call in, please do so. I'm going to take maybe well, we're coming up on 2 hours, and I'm exhausted, but I might take one more call if you want to call in. But just what I wanted to say was that Jasper has been so like, what's going on? You know, I was in that house 2 years. Jasper was in there a year, and he was trying to figure it out. But I took him everywhere, every trailer, 2 trailers, and 5 van loads. By the way, my friends, I'm going to start purging because this was such a difficult move. Not because I'm moving from one place to another, but because of how many things I had to move from one place to another. So over the couple months in my temporary situation before I move into my destination, um, I'm going to be going through and just purging some things from my life, and I recommend that for you as well. And Yeah, Edward, what a huge acknowledgement, Dave. Great call in, Matt. Thanks so much. Yeah, wasn't that awesome? Thank you, Edward. Yeah, it put me in tears. Uh, yeah, and the fact that his wife is a stay-at-home mom now, how beautiful is that? That's just fantastic. Great call. It was a great call. So, by the way, Polar Bear Paws, you asked about a while back. Uh, uh, oh, just to finish my thought with Jasper. So I've been taking him everywhere I go, and there was just this confusion. And the other night, uh, he got out while I was loading up, and my family was there. And I'm loading up the van. I'm putting a few things in my car, and Jasper disappeared. And I'm like, Jasper, I'm calling out for him, Jasper. And I lived on a hill, so my voice would carry, through the valley. And I'm doing this for like 20 minutes, my daughter's worried, my ex is worried, and I'm a little concerned because it's nighttime. There's coyotes there, and I thought there's no way he's going to leave me because he knows that he's been staying really close to me. So I go to load something in my car, and sure enough, he's in the car. He's laying down in the car. So at any rate, I've been taking him with me, and he, the other day, it was just so beautiful because he kind of gave me this look like I get it. I understand what's going on. I swear to God, he communicated that to me, and based on his actions, I knew he understood that too. So it was really, really cool. Dorothy Doster, since Paul Michaels, you've been listening to Facebook. Yeah. Moving is a nightmare. We were in our house for 30 years. Yeah, and I was only in for 2, right? Yeah, Jasper was ready to go. Right? LOL. Oh, yeah, thank you, Cat Mother B. Well, Mr. Whistle Whiskers is secured at my ex's place and with my daughter, so he's not going through all that. Yeah. So my friends, I wanted to say a few more thank yous for those who are stepping up and gifting me for this birthday. I used to get thousands for my birthday. Bought this computer that I'm with you on now. I think was my birthday 5 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. You guys bought this for me, and it's still holding up quite well. But I wanted to say thank you to Deborah Martin for your $25 birthday gift. Dolores Worrell, thank you for your $25. Marty Ray, God bless you, and thank you for your $100 gift for my birthday. And let me see. Also, Blatkin, thank you for your $17. Bill Atkinson, thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. Let me. Amy Stevens, thank you very much for your $17 support for my birthday. And my friends, what a journey this has been just across the board. And this war is changing the world. I'd call in, Dave, but I'm cooking. Look forward to the next session of live calls. Edward, I definitely want to get you on, brother. Jeannie, 2019 March found you and have been listening from Canada. Thank you, Jeannie. Dina, I've moved 6 times this year. I have one more move in my forever home, God willing. Once I'm in, I haven't forgotten our call, Dave. Dina is going to be on the show because Dina wrote a bio for me that was beautiful, and Moonbeam wrote a bio, and I combined the two. We've had Moonbeam on. Dina's been busy, but I'm looking forward, Dina, to having that conversation with you. Just a tremendous supporter of me and this show, folks. So shout out to Dina. Thank you, my friend. I look forward to it. Yeah, so yeah, bless his little heart talking about Jasper on the bayou. Thank you. Yeah, it's yeah, Jasper in transition. And yeah, and I've got let me see if I can I don't know if I can share this with you. Maybe I can do it the next time because I don't think my phone has loaded or my computer has loaded these pictures, but I can share this one with you. This was probably, this was yesterday morning, probably the first morning. Yeah, it was definitely the first morning where I just got to, go out and sit in my front yard, and I put Jasper's bed there that came from one of my dear friends and listener, Caroline, that little raised bed, and then so I put his bed right next to me, and he came and laid down right away, and he's just looking around the yard, and so that was our first morning coffee out in the yard. So thank you, Polar Bear Paws, and for that. And by the way, who won the Duke Virginia game, or is it still happening? Yeah, I remember when we had enough donations for your computer in just a few days. Let's all step it up and show some love and appreciation to our head Sned. Thank you, Nancy. I appreciate you and George. And thank you for your donation of $61, which is my age. And yeah, and yeah, it's I know it's been a long journey, my friends, but I'm here, and thank you, Gus, for your $61 donation as well. And so great to have you on and hear your story. So regal, yeah. He's such a cutie. Yeah, he's my little he's that dude right there. he's that's perfect, right? What was Grinch's dog's name? Who can answer that? Mary, good to see you, my dear. Very, very cool. Yeah, he was checking out something. Yeah, glad to hear Mr. Whiskers is alive and well. Yeah, he's doing great. Yeah. Duke won. Number one across the board. Great game. Very cool. Thank you. No, I'm no longer in Dripping Springs. I'm about 20 minutes away. Duke 74, Virginia 70. Close game. Holy cow. Max is his name. Yes, Max. What looks like I got something there. Wasn't Max awesome? And by the way, it wasn't just the Who's down in Whoville that made his heart, I think, sing. It was Max. It was Max. So let's line Marty Ray. You nailed it. And thank you again, Marty, for your donation. I love you. God loves you, and I appreciate it. Yeah, so Duke won, and you're stoked. Awesome. The Cats beat Houston. Arizona Wildcats beat Houston 79-74. Very cool. Kim, happy birthday, Dave. You are my saving grace. Found you in March 2020. Much appreciation always. Thank you. Love you too, Dave. Thank you, Marty. Yeah, my friends, if you here's the thing, if you're struggling and you're really having a tough time, you're the reason why I give this show away. For those who have the ability to support me and my work and donate and help with the move and help with expenses and keep me on this hill looking out for you, trying to warn you, trying to guide you. It's much appreciated that you are helping me to do so. And I ask for your assistance and to support independent, truthful journalism, because we don't get enough of this, and you know that, and that's part of our problem. It's the Mockingbird mainstream media, certainly, but it's also the alternative media that has been taken over by the same kind of special interests that have been manipulating the mainstream media. So yeah, so please please give if you can. so that those who cannot can still listen, and I can still speak. On the Bayou, Dave, you're my link to sanity and all this mess. Thank you for that. Very cool. Um, Motor Yoder, Wolverines are now 31-2 on the season. Go Blue. Wow. Michigan is 31-2. That's amazing. I know. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate all you do. Thank you, Num Garrett. I appreciate that. Jeannie says, I have 3 long-haired German Shepherds. They become our lives. Best friends. Absolutely. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate you donating now. Thank you very much. March birthdays are always interesting. LOL. I got mine on March 20th. For the longest time, it always snowed on my birthday. Finally started getting more sunny birthdays. Seraphim Angels, thank you. Yep, if anybody wants to call in, I've been on 2 hours and 12 minutes. I'm really tired, but if anybody wants to call in, last minute, I'll take one more call. I've really enjoyed this. Have you guys enjoyed this? And would you like me to do more of it? Please chime in. Yeah. And from Edward, big thanks to our mod squad holding down the Sned Shed as a sage place to be. Thanks, Quasi Pete. Thanks, Moonbeam 9. Thank you, Edward, for acknowledging those 2 fabulous people. And folks, if you're, want colloidal silver or Mysterium, which is gold, silver, and copper in liquid form, the best stuff is saintsolutions.com. Please check it out. Use Sned17 for 12% off. And then also Donation Nation on Snedheads if you want to donate there. And by the way, folks, if you don't have money to donate, would you please join Snedheads for free and just get our numbers up there? And that would be a wonderful, wonderful thing. What you're seeing is Snedheads in dark screen mode, right? We didn't cover any news tonight, but numerous emergency crews are on the scene after a massive tanker exploded on a highway. Newport, Kentucky. Yeah, and we were just talking about that with Matt, right? After a fire truck, a fire after a truck exploded. So please join us over on Snedheads. It's free to join. It costs a post, but also you got a lot of research tools there. And those who are donating $17 for per month, that goes a long way towards supporting me. So if you have it in your means, I ask you, please please join Snedheads. Kim Schnurbush, thank you, Kim, for your $50 donation. Wow, what a beautiful gift, Kim. Thank you so much. And I'm so glad that I've been a saving grace for you. That lifts me so much. But certainly, $50 pays the bills, right? So thank you, Patricia Jacobs. Thank you, Patty, for your $25 donation, and Deborah Martin for your $25 donation. Folks, I still have some energy in me. I'd love to keep going with you for a little bit. And got here late. Happy birthday, Dave. Ernie, thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. You're welcome. Thank you, Kim. What a beautiful gift. Yeah. KKY, prayers are needed in Nebraska with the wildfires burning over 600,000 acres. One victim. Oh my God. Prayers up for that, my friends. Prayers up for that. Beverly Nelson, Dave, you're my hero. You saved my family. Been here from the beach. You sang birthday to me for my 60. Got me through the hardest time of my life. P.O. Box, please. Thank you. This is my current P.O. Box. I haven't been able to check that because of my move. So if for those of you who may have sent me a birthday gift in the mail, forgive me if I have not retrieved that yet. I also owe on my box that I've got to take care of and figure out if I'm going to go on with this box or get something a little bit closer to where I'm at now. But this will reach me. If it doesn't go to this one, I'll have it forwarded to my other one. Yeah, so thank you for requesting that, because I was not putting it up there. Yeah, and my birthday, 61 this week, and literally just been working on the move and the clean. So I really haven't had the ability to tune in to a lot of what's going on, but I trust that because of Q plus, President Trump, excuse me. By the way, I've got my lovely Jasper mug there. It's Sned and Jasper. Cheers. A little rainwater, well water combination. So, but what I was saying is that because of Q, because of my research, because of Trump, because of my research, because of my critical thinking mind of questioning everything, but also understanding that President Trump is conveying things to us, underneath the original message. I am calm. I feel good about our future. I feel good about our present, even though operators are in harm's way, as Q has told us. So I hope you do as well, my friends, because that is my wish for you. Thank you, Motor Yoder. Happy birthday, brother. So what's your number, Dave? So on the bio, if you wanna dial in, what I'm gonna put it in the on X. I haven't put it on X yet. Let me do that. So I'm gonna drop it in the comments underneath the link, which is the link to the what do you call it? Excuse me. It's the link to where you can dial in, and you have to register through Facebook and or YouTube, and then you'll come right up into the studio, and then I can bring you in. Dave, big news: fluoride has been taken out of the water. Piccinini, thank you. That I saw that with Bobby Kennedy. He's replacing it. Where has that been done so far, please? Yeah. So Faith Fishing 17, hello, beautiful lady. Happy birthday, Dave. Sending hugs from Sacramento. Many blessings, good health, and happiness for the year to come. Beautiful. Pepe, birthday cake, partier, balloon, American flag. Thank you, Faith Fishing. I appreciate you. Yeah, this is awesome. D says I'll be 70 in May. Yikes! There you go. It's yeah, we gotta get yeah, we gotta keep in shape and keep our bodies moving. And boy, did I move my body this week! Holy cow! And I'm feeling it. How about what is going on in Cuba? Wow, is the freedom coming to those people for sure. So here's the one thing I know about Cuba. that pretty much for me tells me everything I need to know about what is going on in Cuba or what is about to go on in Cuba. And that is that Greta Thunberg has officially come out and said what's going on in Cuba is the greatest threat that we have right now. And so if she is saying that we can't go into Cuba, then I know we have to. I love the Q mug, Cat Mother B. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a spring chick, Mary Drink Spirit, right? Love all the call-ins. Let's do this at least once a month. Moonbeam, I got you. I love that. Dave, you look good for 61, sir. Speed shifter. Thank you, my friend. Yes, Dave, a very relaxed show. Nice to hear the voices of our Sneds. Isn't that awesome? Very cool. Yeah, get some rest, Dave. Moving is tough. I'm going to sleep well tonight, my friends. Got here late. Happy birthday. I played that, Ernie. Sorry about that. It's been taken out of the water here in Utah. Okay. Dee was worried about you. Yeah, that's why I had Moonbeam put up some posts on the Snedheads, guys. If you're on Snedheads, you'll see. You can go on Snedheads and just see, is there a show tonight? I try to put it on X. So yeah. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, Greta, right? Pigtail propaganda is what I call her, right? Yeah. You sound really nasally. You okay? I'm just exhausted. Thank you. It's been, it's been pretty much me. I've had some friends pop in and help, but it's been pretty much me the whole time. And that was, it's been a chore. It's been a real manual labor times 5. It's been brutal. And it's just too much stuff. I tell you that much right now. It's too much stuff. My friends, I'm just checking. If you're watching this late and you're not watching it live and you would like to donate, please do so. And it is much appreciated. Liberty Shines too. Thank you for your $25 donation 4 days ago. You are much appreciated because people don't really donate when there's not a show going on. 5 days ago, great work, Dave. I don't know how you have the energy after such a long, tough battle. Tom from Texas. Thank you, Tom, for your $25 donation. Yeah, my friends, and here's the thing, folks. These big influencers that run ads, they charge for channels, they charge for Substack, they charge for subscriptions, etc. Do you think any of them move themselves? They do not. One of the things I said to myself as I was just trudging through it all is that these people, I guarantee you, Benny Johnson does not move himself. If he's moving, he hires people to do it. That I want to be in a place where I can do that. And the only way I can do that is with your support. And so I ask for your support to continue doing what I'm doing, and not, having to go out and get a job that would absolutely take me away from this, because whatever I do, I'm all in. So if I go do a job, I'm all in, and I can't keep doing what I'm doing, and it's impossible to keep up too. It's the energy is impossible to keep up. Yes, I got your Zell. Thank you, Maggie, and I gave you a shout out earlier. Thank you very much. I will follow you through the storm. Thank you, Catherine. I appreciate you. So let's be different if we can, and support people like me, and that are putting a huge amount of effort into this revolution, so that we can make it through, and we can be better for it. So yes, please support this show, support my work, and so I can keep the love going. We are in the shit here in Australia, Dave. Only days of fuel left. Farmers not getting what they need to grow crops. The country could completely stop very soon. Mark, long-time listener. Thank you, Mark. By the way, there are all these countries that are being affected by the Strait of Hormuz shutdown. President Trump posted on this, and let me share that with you, because he's aware of what countries like Australia are going through. Now, Tim Burchett came out the other day and said, we get all our oil from here. We don't get any of it from Iran. So the fact that our gas prices are increasing is obviously, the American companies taking advantage of the narrative. So President Trump said many countries, especially those who are affected by Iran's attempted closure of the Hormuz Strait, will be sending warships in conjunction with the United States of America to keep the strait open and safe. We have already destroyed 100% of Iran's military capability, but it's easy for them to send a drone or two, drop a mine, or deliver a close-range missile somewhere along or in this waterway, no matter how badly defeated they are. Hopefully China, France, Japan, South Korea, the UK, and others that are affected by this artificial constraint will send ships to the area so that the Hormuz Strait will no longer be a threat by a nation that has been totally decapitated. In the meantime, the United States will be bombing the hell out of the shoreline and continually shooting Iranian boats and ships out of the water. One way or another, or the other, we will soon get the Hormuz Strait open, safe, and free. President Donald J. Trump. So this is very much a when he says hopefully China, France, Japan, South Korea, and the UK will send ships, he's telling them that's what you need to do. He's not saying I hope they do it. He's basically saying you guys better do this. Let's go to Snedheads, and oh my God, number of capital letters, 61. How many years I've been on this earth as we're celebrating my birthday. That's pretty freaking cool. And let's look at drop 61. Drop 61 is what makes a movie good? Great actors. Wow. So President Trump took us to that with his post. Oh, wait a minute. That was 461. My apologies. That was 461. 61. This makes more sense. Please refer back and collect my crumbs. As discussed, we've anticipated the Twitter and other social media blackouts. Rogue agents, programmers, purse-sealed federal orders we quickly tracked and reinstated. Expect outages periodically infiltrated. If this doesn't signal what I've been saying, I don't know what will. interesting that he brings up those other countries, talking about Iran, talking about what shutdown of blackout in Cuba and so forth. But 16, you think mirror. Get the popcorn. Friday and Saturday will deliver on the MAGA promise. POTUS knows he must clean house government in order to free up and demonstrate who has authority in order to pass important legislation. This was always a priority. Remember, AG Sessions cannot look like an impartial player that is out to get all the former Obama team members, as we need him for other important work, as will come into focus. And for anyone to think POTUS is not in control is kidding themselves. Also, he's 100% insulated with zero risk of impeachment. Fact. There you go. So other countries are being, are going to be taken care of. This is awakening the masses, and this is going to be a beautiful thing for everybody. Folks, if you want to get your hats, t-shirts for the spring, snedshop.myshopify.com. Please check that out, and please, that's another way to support the head Sned here as I continue on this this journey. And if you would like to kick me a birthday gift, you may do so, and support independent journalism. And I thank you for those who have done so and continue to do so. It is a gift from God every time that I receive a support from you, a donation from you. It is truly a gift from God because it keeps me going. I want to say thank you to Kathleen Bossy for your $17 donation, Motor Yoder for your $25 donation, and L Trench for another $25 donation. Thank you so much. That's really awesome. And so, my friends, this is it's different than what it used to be. I think a lot of people, have simply gotten tired, or worn down over the years of this revolution. And I'm telling you, folks, we need to take breaks from time to time. We need to Bover Angel, can someone sing happy birthday to Dave, please? Well, you'd have to call in to do that, but that would be wonderful. Thank you. John Doski's happy birthday to Dave. Happy birthday to Dave. Happy birthday, dear Dave. Happy birthday to you. Thank you. So my friends, oh, wait a minute. Yes. And I meant to say that, Hunter, Kathleen, thank you for this beautiful mug. That's so awesome. Cheers to you, my dear. Breaks and prayers. Yeah. Like your new place. Yes, I do. Thank you. And I still got to get settled in, and but it's a temporary place, but it's very close. Absolutely exhausted. Yes, as you can see. So am I. I am not up for it. Thank you, Polar Bear Paws. I'll check it out later, but I've got to wrap this up. But thank you to those who have donated tonight, that called in tonight. Wonderful conversations. that we had, and I'm grateful to all of you. And I'm still, yeah. If you see this later, thank you, thank you, thank you. 61, 61. Yeah. Um, yeah. It's all I can do is pray for you now. Love you, Dave. Thank you, Mary Drinks Beer. I appreciate you. Get some rest. Blessings to all. Yes. And if you're watching this the next morning or what have you, um, uh, know that you're a part of this community, and that you're benefiting from the work I do. And if you have the means to do so, please support my work here. This is a labor of love. Certainly, it's the worst business decision I've ever made, um, but it is so important work. What else should I be doing? You know, um, which I got to think about once in a while because of the numbers just don't add up. The time you put into things, the effort, and then the response. You got to question things, and I never want to do that, but I've had to do that. Moving, having to move, and all that. So I want to shift that. I want to shift people into the mindset of supporting the people that are being truthful to them and paying attention to where else we're putting our money, that don't support us, that are woke and that do woke programming and don't provide us the real truth. And so I'm looking to crack the illusion of free, the illusion of entertainment, the illusion of all of this. Wonderful to see you. I'm so relieved. Thank you. Yeah, I'm dog tired. Monday isn't far away. Yeah. How about when you do your regular shows, you integrate a few calls here and there too? It would be nice. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, Kim. I like that idea. Yeah, because I do like having that conversation. Um, yeah. Yeah, Jasper's enjoying the new place. Thank you. Thank you. He's got room to roam. Thank you on the bio. Happy birthday to you again. Thank you. Many prayers. Yeah, God's got you no matter what. Yeah. Worst business decisions, best independent reporter. Thank you, Catherine. Yeah, it shouldn't, it shouldn't, I shouldn't have to do one without the other, right? It can be both, but in order to be both, it it's important for people to step up and really put their money where their mouth is, or where they want their mouth to be, to continue to share information. Polar Bear Paws, please give our love and prayers to Sergeant's family. I did see your request about live streaming it. I'm not comfortable with that, but I will tell the story of it as best I can. But I don't think it's going to be televised or anything, but I could be wrong. Pi Day. Today is Pi Day. Oh, that's what you were saying earlier. Pi Day 314, but I'm 311. But I was working, so I couldn't do it then. Happy day of life, sweet dreams, Dave and Jasper. Thank you. Coming up on 109, 295 here. Smash that like button. Thank you. I got to do the same. Sometimes I forget. Yeah, so a lot of no. Don't want that. Okay, sorry. Thank you, Cat Mother B. Yeah. All right, my friends. I am going to call it an evening. I may, depends on how I feel tomorrow, but I want to play some catch up here with some news and everything, and just my take on everything that's going on. So I may do something, probably not tomorrow actually, but probably Monday. Oh, my daughter's back Monday, so maybe tomorrow night, not Monday, something like that. But keep a lookout for the schedule. Thank you for being here. Much love to you all, and thank you for sharing my birthday show with me, and thank you for calling in. And yeah, much love, everybody. Good night. Be well.